In order to make this a desirable place to live, work, and play, Fairfax County has embarked on a plan to strengthen our economy and promote economic development. As part of the Economic Success Initiative, the Fairfax County Land Development Agencies, including the Department of Planning and Zoning, were tasked with finding ways to improve the various review processes in which development and growth occurs within the county.
And that's actually the third of our 6 goal areas to improve, to make our development review process faster, more predictable, and more consistent. There's a lot of reasons. We're in a really competitive environment. I think historically, Fairfax County, because we're the largest jurisdiction in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area and also the Commonwealth of Virginia, we've enjoyed a competitive advantage. What we've seen in the last 5 to 10 years, that while Fairfax is still very competitive, we have other jurisdictions that are either surpassed us in some areas or are nipping at our heels. And so maintaining our competitive position with respect to getting plans through the process is very, very important.
Currently, the trend throughout the metropolitan region is towards more urbanized, multi-use, transportation-friendly development in areas where mass transit facilities currently exist or are planned for extension. These often very complicated development applications take a significant amount of time and effort to move through the county's zoning review process. As a result of process review discussions with the business community and other trends, DPZ has begun to explore ways to leverage technology to improve existing processes, such as moving portions of the development review process online.
The ePlans system that we are going to implement in our pilot project in the first phase is focused on the application's acceptance process, and the way that the application is processed today in the, I call it the paper world, is the applicant puts together the components of their package. And those components are really voluminous.
Yeah, the old way is a lot of paper. We print out full-size sets of plans and we make a ton of copies. For phase 1, we're going to be looking at entitlement projects, rezonings, CDP, FDP, PCAs. And for those, when you've been accepted at the county for submission, you send 23 copies of a plan set in. And what people don't realize is how big these sets are. They could be 120, 130, 140 sheets in a set, 23 copies of those. You're talking about 3,000 sheets of paper that are being printed every day. And not only just printed, but then you have to physically get in a vehicle and drive them to the county to submit.
What attracted us to this system is that it has the ability to allow applicants to electronically submit their documents, to allow us to electronically distribute the documents to multiple agencies so that everyone's looking at the same plan. Also will allow our review agencies to mark up the drawings simultaneously for our staff reviewers to see all those comments, to make our discussions that are internal more collaborative and everyone is looking at the same information. And then that will in turn help us be able to compile comments and get them to the applicants in a faster way.
Well, from the McGuire Woods perspective, we're very excited about it. And I think I give the county tremendous credit for listening to our collective industry. Our clients put a premium on efficiency and time in this process. And frankly, the ePlans system and arrangement is going to add tremendous efficiency and save time. And we're really excited about it.
We're really looking forward to using technology and really look at this as the first step in using technology to create that more efficient process, to create a more predictable process, and a process that serves both the development industry by saving them the time, which is very important to our clients and us, and also helping the county on the economic development front by getting projects through the process quicker, more efficiently, so that the tax revenue that those projects generate can start going into the county accounts.
On a $100 million development, which is obviously a very large development, if we can knock 6 months off the development review process time of what from the very beginning, if a comprehensive plan amendment is required through the issuance of the occupancy permit, the total duration could be 3 years, possibly longer. If we can knock 6 months off that on a $100 million project, we're probably saving the developer around $3 million in terms of their carry cost, which in addition to what it costs them, we're costing ourselves roughly $500,000 in tax revenue that doesn't come into the coffers. So time to market is very important on both ends of the equation.
VICA is committed to helping the county with this process. We absolutely see it as the future. We want to do anything we can do to help because we think it's the right thing for the environment, for the businesses, and for the county.
You know, planning is fundamental to ultimately get success, but we don't plan just to plan. We plan to do. And so ePlans and many of the other changes that we're in the process of making allows us to do a better job and to do that job faster.
For more information on the changes being made to the development process, visit fairfaxcounty.gov/success.